The final season of Ted Lasso is being released today, and I'm absolutely buzzing to sit there and binge watch through the whole of season 3. So I thought what we'd do is we'd build a club of AFC Richmond on Football Manager and simulate the next 10 years to see if Rebecca, Teddy Boy Lasso, Coach Beard, Higgins, they can all help Richmond get back in, well, get to the big time and get into the Champions League, because that is where Richmond want to be. We've given them a helping hand, 20 in all facilities, youth facilities, training facilities, corporate facilities, youth recruitment, junior coaching, all of that is top. We've got brand new owners to help out, Rebecca Welton as well. And we're just going to have a little fun sim of 10 years and see what Rebecca can do as a director of football, purchasing players for Ted Lasso with his dream 4-4-2 formation. Without further ado, let me introduce you to the club. What is going on there, guys? Kempy here, and thank you for coming by my channel today. Today we have an AFC Richmond rebuild. It's the day, Ted Lasso Season 3, the finale comes out, and I cannot wait to sit down and binge watch it all today. Hopefully this evening, all, what is it, 12 episodes normally? All gone. So that is this evening, but right now it is Ted Lasso rebuild time. It's 5 o'clock, which means a Kempy release video, and it means we're going to have some great fun today with a rebuild. If I can click the right one, that is. Anyway, we have got AFC Richmond. We have got them in the Premier League. And I've done a sort of slightly updated version of a database I found last year on FM23. I've sort of improved it ever so slightly. I've not really touched any of the players. I've got the same players that were in that database. So that will go down in the description, because it's also got the badges, the kits and the player faces, which I've got massive issues with player faces. I cannot get them working for some reason. But everything else is in there. And then I also I've called it New Richmond. It's just sort of an updated version with the club being absolutely stacked. You can see from the screen I just showed you, 20 in all facilities. We've got big bucks as well. We've got 250 million in the bank. We've got a front end owner, lots of wage budget as well. So yeah, we're leaving it all up to Rebecca to spend some serious money. We've also trapped 4 club legends here as well. Isaac McAdoo joining Real Madrid in 10 years' time. Same with Sam Abasanya, Danny Rojas and Jamie Tarr. The 4 guys that I absolutely love from the TV show. So they're going to be staying about for this whole sim. And for the first 5 years as well, I'm going to keep the 5 of them in the starting 11. And then after that, sort of Jamie Tarr and Danny Rojas get to 31, 32 years old. Sam Abasanya, I'm going to keep it the whole time to only be 31, whereas the others might start to decline at 30. So they're going to go off in 5 years. They can stay at the club, but they might not be guaranteed starters. But Sam has got 10 years of Richmond in his blood, ready to come through. He looks fantastic, by the way. Obviously, transfer value isn't basically nothing. His wage is basically nothing. That's just what it is when he starts the game. But these boys are very, very good. As I said, I've not really edited their stats or anything from the database you can download. I literally just merged the newest update of FM, this one, and put them into the Premier League. I got rid of Leeds. I think that's what someone else... Oh, no, I didn't get rid of Leeds. Did I get rid of Bournemouth? I got rid of Bournemouth, I think. Bournemouth are gone. Who even are Bournemouth? So yeah, they're gone. But yeah, we've got a nice little rebuild today. Like I said, this is the team we have got. It's the Richmond team from the TV show. The only person that's not in this database is Roy Kent. He's not in the downloaded version that I did. I think it's because probably released the update when Roy Kent wasn't a coach. So yeah, here we are. We haven't got Roy Kent, but everything else is the same. And I built a little fun tactic on Monday, a 4-4-2 gegenpress, called it Believe. Again, of course, Ted Lasso couldn't believe. Positive mentality, low crosses, play for set pieces, focus the play down the wings, high tempo, slightly shorter, fairly wide. Take short kicks, distribute to the centre backs, distribute quickly, counter and counter press. A very high press as much as often, prevent the short goalkeeper distribution, high press on the forwards as well. A standard defensive line. I would recommend changing that defensive line. That's one thing I've found key since the new winter update. But let's go forward. We're going to go forward to the end of season number 1. To the end of season number 3, the end of season number 5, and then the end of season number 10, and see where Rebecca and Richmond can end up. Just before we do get into this end of season 1, if you guys can, make sure to hit the like button. It helps me out massively. Subscribe to the channel if you are brand new as well, and also leave a comment on what your favourite moment from Ted Lasso. Season 1 and 2 have been, not season 3. We don't want no spoilers here on the channel. Without further ado, thank you very much for all your guys' support. Follow on TikTok, Twitter, all the lovely things I'm displaying on screen right now. It helps me out massively, and it helps you guys out as well, because you don't miss any of the Kempy content. Now, the end of season 1, we've only got him qualified for Europe. 6th place for AFC Richmond, 67 points. That's a very, very good season. I've done this in multiple times and come like 14th, 15th. So I'm pretty mind blown that we've come in this position. Obviously, this is the first time I've really done it, to be honest, with the 20 training facilities, youth recruitment, junior coaching. Maybe it makes that much of a difference. This is just a fun little rebuild and a little Richmond save. So it's nothing serious. Don't get annoyed in the comments that Richmond are the best facility club in the world. And money-wise, we seem to have signed some very, very good players as well. It is all set for Rebecca Welton to make all the signings, and that's what she has done. Ohan Sanchez from Athletic Bilbao, fantastic signing, 23 years of age, £60 million, but my God, does he look fantastic. Someone I imagine is very hard to get out of Bilbao, being Basque, but she smashed it there as well. And Milenkovic, as a centre-back, 25 years of age, could be at the club for the next 5, 6, 7, 8 years. So a great signing there as well. £37 million. Wan-Bissaka in on loan from United. Another good signing. And I believe there is also a transfer on that one. He's joining on the 1st July as well. So that's becoming permanent. So Wan-B is the right back. And we've got a young right back of Tyrell Ashcroft as well coming in from Spurs. In terms of the sales, we've got Arlo Dixon's left to Manchester City. 26 years of age. Right back, looks very, very good. But has gone and joined Man City. And no one else massively has gone out other than Babatunde has joined Blackburn on loan. A good young defender, we know that. But he's gone there on loan to try and build up his career. Goals-wise, this formation, it is the two strikers that do all of the goals. Jamie Tart and Danny Rojas. Tart with 29 goals, Rojas with 23. And then goals sort of 3 and 2 elsewhere. If one of them boys gets injured, it is game over. I'm aware I didn't actually take you through the tactic itself. So it's a sweeper keeper on defend in goal. Full back on support at the right back. Cross from deep, run wide of ball, stay wider. Full back on support at left back, cross from deep, run wide of the ball, stay wider. Two central defenders, both on take for your risk. Two wingers, both on tackle harder. A central midfielder on support, dribble less, shoot less, and tackle harder. Centre mid on defend, dribble less, shoot less often, hold position. A pressing forward on attack, roam from position, and an advance forward on attack. The Jamie Tart role. Take more risks, dribble more, shoot more often, and tackle harder. This tactic is also available to download in the Discord, so head down to the Discord channel. That's where you can find this tactic. Warning, it is not a fantastic tactic. It is purely a fun 4-4-2 gegenpress. You are not going to get ridiculous results from that. If you want to see the results from this tactic, I'll remember to chuck a link up in the corner. We did sim with Barcelona and etc. And we did win the leagues and we won them quite convincingly. But it's not your overpowered, ultimate tactic, to say. Sort of. But yeah, that's the end of season number 1. Let's go forward to season number 3. Season number 3 then, and it looks like we are still just about hanging on to a European qualification spot. Certainly haven't upgraded into the Champions League as of yet, and you can see from the league position side, we're almost like an Everton of 4 or 5 years ago. We're just getting these little European places, hanging on in there, but doing quite well. 8th place, I'd say, is a decent one for Richmond. Jamie Tart scoring 25 goals, great average rating, and Obasanya absolutely smashing it as well. How did we do last season? Our first in Europe, I would have expected that, to be honest, down into 14th. Obviously, a much more difficult situation. When you get into Europe, it gets 100 times harder. And obviously, how did we actually do in Europe as well? It was the UEFA Conference League, and we actually played against Atalanta, so a very good side. Ended up losing in the quarterfinals, but a first show in Europe, not a bad one at all. Knocked out in the FA Cup 3rd round, a little bit of disappointing there by Norwich, and it looks like we got knocked out early in the EFL Cup as well to rivals Brentford, so that is a little bit frustrating. But yeah, no cups last year, no cups this year. 3rd round of the FA Cup by Man City, quarterfinals of Carabao by Wolves. Would have been nice to beat them. Obviously, Man City, a very good side. We did pit Wolves to the post though for that Europa. The UECL anyway, so we've done quite well there. In terms of goals, Jamie Tart is absolutely smashing it. 30 goals, 41 appearances. He's played for England yet? He has played for England. 15 appearances for England and 9 goals. He looks fantastic. 17 finishing, 17 composure, 17 pace, 18 penalty taking, 17 technique. Just for fun, what is Danny Rojas' penalty taking? Oh, it should have been 1 for banter. They've brought in Calvert-Lewin as well. Let's have a look at the transfers. Like I said, this has all been left to Rebecca Welton. It looks like they brought in Ben Davies as well on that final day last season. And Richard Montalor has also left the club. £89 million spent. Wan-Bissaka in for £20 million. Golini in on a free. Jordan Pickford coming in for £13.5 million. However, he's at West Ham and he left after the first season. Jordan Pickford come into Richmond and left quite quickly. Noni Mukiele, a very good signing from PSG, a great right back. I like that as a signing, certainly. Joachim Andersen from Palace, experienced Premier League centre-back, another very good signing. Billy Vega, Abraham from Real Madrid B coming in. He's obviously left now. Thierry Zero has left though, so goalkeeper-wise, they obviously brought in Pickford to replace Thierry Zero, but he is gone. So who they brought in this season in goal is Alban Lafont. Of course it's Lafont. Why would you not sign Lafont? What a great signing that is, Rebecca. Fair play. DCL as well, £25 million. An absolute bargain if I say so myself. Obviously at the moment the front two is stuck to being Rojas and Jamie Tart, so he's going to be a backup for them two, but a good backup at that. Daniel Samek's come in from Salento. Melvin Bard has come in, a great left back from Nice. Datler has come in, a young left back. Maxime Decker, a very good signing, centre back from the Dutchland, from Alkmaar. And Luka Klanic as well. Leaving the club, no one massive. Again, just a few loans going out. And Abraham has left the club. But money-wise, there is lots in the bank. 60 million to spend. £115,000 in the wage budget. And we have got through this financial bit a fair quickly amount. Just 104 million in the bank now. But we should be okay. Hopefully we don't go under. Let's go to season 5 and see if we have gone under. Well, it's the end of season number 5. And it's the end of keeping Isaac McAdoo, Danny Rojas and Jamie Tart in the side. And it looks like that might be a good thing. We are down into 14th position. I think we have had a bit of a slump where we are now just a lower mid-table Premier League side. Just going to check out the last year. Liverpool won it. We come 13th. And obviously this season coming 14th. This was the season we managed to finish in wherever it was, 6th, 7th, wherever we did when we come in Europe. We haven't got back into Europe since. And things haven't gone quite so well. I can't see any amazing signings either, to be fair, from Rebecca. Coming in at the moment, we've got Philip Max joining us and Carl Rushworth. Lots of money in the bank. She has spent some money, to be fair. Kenneth Taylor for £56 million. What on earth? That is outrageous. How much did you leave for? 55. So you broke even on him. That is a mind-blowing transfer to me. That is very, very expensive. Jasper Torkildsen as well coming in. He's also left the club. It looks like a goalkeeper has been quite hard to pin down. Obviously, we've got Lafont, but other than that, that is pretty much it. We've got a few players in the free, a few cheap players here as well. No one really blowing us out of the water. Jan Maas has joined Ajax for 22.5 million. Obviously, big Dutch centre-back. He has gone on to Napoli since then. Melvin Bard's left to Inter Milan. And Babatunde is just continuously going out on loan. He absolutely loves it at the club. He's not leaving. And joining in again is Bonani, a very good right winger from OGC Nice. Jamal Lewis has joined from Southampton. A good left back, can potentially also play in that left mid role, similar to what Obasanya's doing. Zerbin, is that the goalkeeper? Do I think that's a goalkeeper? It's not a goalkeeper. It's not who I think it is. Velderson as well. João Lucas from Santos, a nice Brazilian right back coming in. Davinson Sanchez from Chelsea. Two very odd signings. Davinson Sanchez going to Chelsea and then coming to Richmond. But it's nice to see. And leaving the club as well. Kenneth Taylor has left. Joachim Andersen has also left. Everyone we sign basically leaves. They get to a point and Richmond is not the home. I can see that from finishing in 14th. Knocked out by Newcastle in the fourth round of the FA Cup and the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup by Leeds. It's time for Jamie Tart, Danny Rojas and Isaac McAdoo to stop playing every single game. Obasanya doing very well, progressing nicely. 35 caps for Nigeria, becoming that Nigerian king that he hopes to be in the show. 23 appearances, 14 goals for Jamie Tart for England. For Mexico, Danny Rojas, 36 appearances, 18 goals. A goal every 2 games. And Isaac McAdoo never quite made it into the England side at 31 years of age, I would say. His chances are looking low. I would like to quick pick it, but it's not going to let us, is it? So we're going to just keep Obasanya in that right back role, right mid role, and just see if we can go forward another 5 years and see what becomes of Richmond in 5 years' time. Will we have any trophies? I hope so. I'm not optimistic, however. Development Centre, just to check that as well. Got a few good young players coming through. Andy Harrington looks very, very good. Set everything to 20. You get some good youngsters come through. Alex Cugley looking very good. Again, looks fantastic actually. Scott Murphy, decent young striker. But yeah, set your youth academies to 5-star. That's how you get your good youth intakes. That's cheating. Don't do that. 5 years into the future then. Let's go to 10. Let's see how things turn out. Well, 10 years into the future. 15th. This is just where we are now, I think. We are a mid-table Premier League side, which I don't think is awful. I would like there to be a trophy in here, however. Otherwise, it's a little bit underwhelming, given the fact we gave them everything. Stuff has started to be downgraded. Media prediction isn't fantastic. Key player, though, is Samuel Basanya, which is cool to see. His dribbling's gone down slightly, but he looks fantastic. Yeah, he looks absolutely brilliant. 85 caps now for Nigeria, so he really has become the Nigerian legend that he hoped to. Jamie Tarr and Danny Rojas, the only favoured personnel, though, out of the 4 we kept into the squad. Have we won any trophies? A Papa John's trophy, the big one. We've won a Papa John's, which means the youngsters... Okay, we've got a good youth system. What more do you want? That's not what we were looking to see. We were looking for a Carabao Cup and an FA Cup maybe, but never quite got as good as we hoped. And I tell you what, scoring goals has been the problem. Jamie Tarr only scoring 4 goals this season. 36 years of age. He has lost his pace. How many goals did he score for England in the end? 27 goals in 38 appearances. That is no slouch. Danny Rojas, 30 goals in 47 appearances for Mexico as well. Did McAdoo ever make the England squad? He did not. 36 years of age. He is now just a seasoned professional at the club. But Samuel Basanya, the real story of the show, the real story of the sim as well. 85 caps for Nigeria. Looks like a fantastic right winger in this stage. You've got Hugo Pearce, who is our main goal scorer. He looks very good. 17 finishing, great pace. Looks like a Jamie Tartt regen. He's come through the Derby Academy. Anyone here that come through ours? Luca Morro looking good. Lorenzo Colombo, another very good striker. Anyone here that's from Richmond themselves, or are these all just not ours? We've got Alex Cugley in here. He looks very, very good. Only he's made 17 appearances for us, but he looks fantastic. No wonder we're winning the Papa John's trophy. He has come through Richmond and he looks fantastic as well. No wonder he wants to leave. These boys obviously do get some game time coming up from the academy. They do get stuck in the under-21s and that, but they are getting game time with the looks of it. That is all set for Rebecca to do absolutely everything. Bill Lord also looking very good. An outrageous transfer value. It looks like the youth, it really has done very well, to be honest. There's a lot of players in here which could have been used and could potentially even push this club even higher up. But I think we've done quite well. Ike Nuri coming in. What was the biggest transfer we ended up making then? Let's have a little look at that. Hugo Pearce was £41 million. No one there of massive value. Big signings here. 117 million spent, not on anyone in particular, but a good bunch of 6 or 7 signings there. We sold someone for outrageous money this season. Martin Tavares left to go to Chelsea for 71 million. He looks outrageously good, to be fair to him. We signed this guy for £28 million. No real signings there. No massive signings there. 57 million on Kenneth Taylor, I think, is the most expensive signing we made. Finances-wise, we are now in the red. We've been in the red for quite a while. Interesting how quickly you can burn through money as a football club. We gave them £250 million and they've absolutely blown it very quickly. So do not invest in football clubs. That's my thing from the end of this. Football clubs are not the greatest investment you could ever make. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little fun 10-year sim. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll speak to you all next time.